Lesson 3. How do adaptations help animals? Tell what part of each animal's body you think is adapted for gliding. Explain your answers. Flying squid. Inquiry. Explore it. Materials. 2 clothespins. 4 pieces of straw. Craft sticks. Glue. Which bird beak can crush seeds? 1. Make a model of a heron's beak. Glue 2 craft sticks to a clothespin. Use the other clothespin as a model of a cardinal's beak. Use pieces of a straw as models of seeds. 2. Use the heron's beak. Pick up a seed. Does the beak crush the seed? Try 5 times. Record. 3. Repeat with the cardinal's beak. Record. Explain your results. 4. Draw a conclusion. Which bird crushes seeds? 5. There are many seeds in a cardinal's environment. Infer how a cardinal's beak helps the cardinal survive. Unlock the big question. I will know that animals can survive in different environments because of adaptations. Word to know. Extinct species. Sugar glider. Flying dragon. Animal adaptations. When there is a sudden threat, such as an attack by a predator, an animal such as the blue-ringed octopus may respond by changing color. Animals have physical and behavioral adaptations that help them survive by responding to sudden threats. The blue-ringed octopus is usually pale, but when a predator approaches, it turns a bright yellow color with blue rings. Other animals might respond by running, flying, or using poison. Changes in an environment, such as an increase in the salt content of the oceans over long periods of time, are too slow to affect individual animals. Animal species, like plant species, change over time to adapt to such slow changes in their environment. Blue-ringed octopus before and after a color change. 1. Infer. Read the adaptations listed in the left column of the chart and write a possible function of the adaptation. Adaptation. Fur. Large eyes. Long legs. Function. Life cycle variations. Different animals have different life cycles that help them survive in their environment. For example, many birds lay their eggs in the spring when the weather warms up. The young hatchlings then have several months of good weather when food is available. This makes it easier for them to complete their growth. Physical characteristics. The body parts of animals have useful physical characteristics that help the animal survive. Useful changes in the body parts of an animal are called structural adaptations. For example, animals that hunt tend to have eyes on the front of their heads. This makes them better at telling how far away their prey is, and they can pounce or swoop with precision. Animals that are hunted often have eyes on the sides of their heads because that helps them see where a predator might be coming from. Individual animals do not develop structural adaptations. Instead, animal species develop their physical characteristics through the process of natural selection, just as plant species do. Natural selection affects all species of living things. 2. Infer. The pictures below show 3 structural adaptations. Write what you think the purpose of each one is. Gecko foot, sea urchin spines, okapi tongue. At-home lab. Swimming birds. With your fingers spread apart, move your hand through a tub full of water. With your fingers still spread apart, wrap plastic around your hand. Move it through the water again. Ducks have webbing on their feet. Infer how this adaptation helps a duck. The process works in animals as it does in plants. If the genes of a bear give the bear thicker fur, the bear is more likely to survive in cold winter. The bear will pass its genes to its offspring, and the offspring will be likely to inherit the useful structural adaptations of their parent. 3. Compare and contrast. What is alike and what is different about the way the 2 birds below use structural adaptations to find their food? Finch. Owl. Extinction. A species cannot survive if it does not adapt to changes or move to a new environment. Some species cannot move to a new environment. For example, plants cannot pull themselves up by the roots and walk to another place. Also, the changes may be so widespread that there is nowhere left to move. If a species does not adapt to harmful changes or move away from them, its population will decrease. When a species has no members left that are alive, it becomes an extinct species. The dodo was a flightless bird that survived well on an island until sailors brought other animals into its environment. The birds could not defend themselves or fly to safety. They became extinct around 1680. 4. Challenge. The large central shaft in a bird's feather is hollow. What advantage might this give to the bird? Central shaft. Behavioral adaptations. Were you born knowing how to build a house? That is impossible. Atlantic ghost crabs, though, are born knowing how to dig deep holes in the sandy beaches where they live. This behavior is due to genes passed from parent to offspring. Behavioral adaptations are inherited behaviors that help animals survive. Behavioral adaptations are sometimes called instincts. They affect how an animal behaves around other animals. Some animals, like the ghost crab, have an instinct to burrow into the ground to hide from predators, such as shorebirds. Not all behaviors are instincts. Some behaviors are learned by trial and error, or as a result of training. For example, lion cubs learn to hunt by watching their parents and other animals. A lion cub learns to pounce on its prey by pouncing on its mother's twitching tail. When a zebra is separated from the herd, the adult lions will chase it toward a group of lions that are hiding. The lions will then pounce on their prey. The cub learns these behaviors over time. 5. Infer. Why might lion cubs not need to be born knowing how to hunt? Lion cubs playing. 6. Compare and contrast. Write two differences between the digging done by an Atlantic ghost crab and the digging done by a farmer. Atlantic ghost crab. Atlantic ghost crab digging a hole. Seasonal changes. In places with cold winters, there is little food for part of the year. Some animals deal with this food shortage by migrating or moving. In spring and summer, Canada geese live in Canada and the northern United States. They migrate south to escape cold winter weather and to find food. Another type of seasonal behavior is hibernation. Hibernation is a state of inactivity that occurs in some animals when it gets cold. These animals slow down or become inactive to conserve energy. Some mammals, reptiles, and amphibians hibernate. The snowshoe hare is brown in the summer and white in the winter. This makes it harder for predators to see it. 7. Cause and effect. What effect could less winter snow have on the fur of snowshoe hares over many generations? Got it? 8. Hypothesize. Do you think that the speed of a change in the environment might affect whether or not a species becomes extinct? Explain. 9. Unlock the big question. A hedgehog is a small mammal that is covered with sharp spines for protection. How do the offspring of a hedgehog benefit from this adaptation? Stop. I need help with. Wait, I have a question about. Go. Now I know.